Welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. It's a glorious day today and a day that I'm pretty excited about because I've just finished working on my latest collection of which I think are the most powerful pendant crystals in the world, and I hope you love them. I'm going to share them with you now. Don't smile all at once. Say hello to the most beautiful trios. That's their nickname. The reason why they're called trios is because there's three separate crystals in each pendant: Moldavite, Tektite, and Herkimer diamond. Say hello, yummy. Beautiful collection today. A really, really beautiful. I can't lift them too much, but I'll individually show you them. So see, these are the teardrops. So it looks like a nice teardrop there. Beautiful. Moldavite in the middle and the Herkimer diamond on top. Isn't that gorgeous? Mounted lovely. Just so you know, when I first started my healing practice and I started working with crystals, eventually over the years I rested upon three crystals that were always around my neck, which would be, let's say, my main tools for healing clients who were sick, ill, sad, depressed, clients who wanted to stretch their beautiful imagination to be able to tap into the highest form of spiritual work. These three crystals were around my neck, not only healing and strengthening me, but I would place them on my clients. Now, one day I went to Ibiza and I had three of these crystals that were always with me, and they were mounted in a cone made of, it wasn't even silver, it was a nasty metal. So I took them all out, okay, and I asked a really beautiful soul to mount them for me in silver. The mounting alone cost me over 160 euros to mount it. So it didn't matter. They were my three crystals. They were going to be on my neck, and I have some photos of them somewhere, and they were beautiful. Back then when Moldavite was a fair price, it was a juicy piece of Moldavite. Anyway, these here, I have managed to mount them in a way which I believe is affordable. So some of them are actually less than what it cost me to mount. That's including everything. So I've got some smaller ones because a lot of people don't like the big ones because it's too bulky. Now these are perfect for healers or anybody who's working in the field of work of public. If you're in the field of work of public, it's always nice to have a nice chunky piece that you can hold on to, but the little pieces work just as well. But it's preference, it's what people like. I like bigger the better. Give me the biggest you can give me, you know, bigger, bigger, bigger. But then there's clients, my clients, who sometimes don't want people to see the Moldavite. So I end up getting smaller pieces and mounting them, which is equally the same amount of money to mount. So, but they're beautiful. They're mounted really, really well, and they're a lovely silver, so they're perfect for me. The stick ones I always find fascinating and gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful stick. And then a little bit, again, similar to a teardrop, but a little bit chunkier. Beautiful, all high quality Herkimer diamonds. All of the most beautiful Moldavites from Maliklum. And the Tektites, well, look at the quality of that. Absolutely gorgeous, amazing quality. So they're the highest of quality on all three crystals. Look at this. Isn't that cute? So why have they, is true, why have they become the most sought after pendant in the world? Well, there's a couple of three famous people who wore them, from Hollywood to Disney, and they showed their clients, their followers, and that spread. However, there's a lot of healers, and I mean a damn lot of healers who wear them because they know they work. So if you're a healer, you know what healing methods work. If you're a carpenter, you know what tools you need. If you're going to ask somebody which is the best tool to carve this? You're going to go to a carpenter, and the carpenter says, look, I've been doing this for 20 years, mate. This is what you want, okay? There may be some differences in certain carpenters' opinions, but overall, you'd rather listen to somebody who's done it for 20 years, right? So people saw my work, people felt my work, and they said, I like what you're doing. Thank you for the healing session, it's worked. So maybe his crystals do work. And it grew from 2 decades ago till now. The website, markbajerski.com, has grown from, well, I couldn't even explain. But right now, I think yesterday we were at 91. The highest was 93 returning clients, 93% returning clients. We're normally at about 82, 84. So this past 2 months has been incredible for repeat clients. That should tell, if you know anything about stats, that should tell you everything. 91 to 93% is, well, you find somebody who gets that. Very rare. Moldavite, of course, is the book that I'm working on at the moment. I might take a few days off and continue writing the book shortly. I still do the videos wherever I am. I might even go to Ibiza for a few days. Funny enough, I started the Power of Moldavite in Ibiza, so maybe I'll finish it there. Let's see how it feels. As long as there's a place where nobody can stick anything up my nose or in my arm, I'm fine. So, yeah. Where do you start with these trios? When I first started the healing work and I was placed a piece of Moldavite in my hand and I felt my body elevate, literally, I was so taken aback. The journey began with Moldavite, where every day was so unusual for me, especially when you're working with clients. I guess when you're working at that high frequency level, then magic works even more. So people often say my Moldavite doesn't work. Well, work with it. Because the more you do your meditation, the more you do absent healing, the more you do anything to do with bringing in this beautiful source energy, and I'm not talking about tomato sauce or Worcester sauce, I'm talking about the universal energy that is free. So you just have to get yourself to that energy frequency, and it's all about eating healthy, looking after yourself, positive thoughts, and believing in magic. Creativity is the doorway, which is the imagination. The imagination takes you to the field of work that Moldavite works its best. Moldavite works with everybody, helps everybody, and clears vital trauma, fear, things that are stuck inside us, clears it. Moldavite also recognizes things that need to be healed and points it out quite cleverly. Moldavite opens you up to extraterrestrial energy that nobody can actually put their finger on or even say what it is. I've worked with Moldavite 2 decades and I know nothing about Moldavite. That's how immense and powerful it is. And the more I learn about it, the less I realize I know, and it's incredible. Moldavite is one of the only crystals that I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it's one of the only crystals that work and changes in sync with the universe and the stars and the cosmos and everything that we are and do. So when our frequency raises, it raises with us. If it lowers, it lifts us up. So it clears us out of the negativity, but it works hand in hand with us. We have to work just as hard as the Moldavite, if not harder sometimes. So it's a partner, it's a partnership, and it's amazing. Tektite was the only crystal in the world that I ever saw energy go into a crystal and basically dissipate or disappear. It was so overwhelming for me and so mind-blowing that I saw this. I realized that I've got something that's so special. Now, if you've not watched my videos before, please take a break, enjoy your life, stop judging too much. Yes, they're not crystals, they're tektite, and some might say meteorite. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not bothered about the T's and the I's when it comes to crystals. I'm bothered about what they do. That's all what's important to me. You call me thick, call me an idiot because I don't know how to spell or read and write, but I don't care. I know what a crystal does and I know how it works. And that's all I'm bothered about when I'm doing healing work on clients with crystals. So it's a beautiful crystal to wear lower down. The stomach area is, for me, the most powerful place to wear it if you're going through a lot of trauma issues and being attacked, or people are always having a go, or being jealous, or any low frequency that people project. Well, it's their energy, of course, it's their jealousy, it's all that. But if you're around people like that, it's horrible to see. When you sat down and somebody's looking at you jealous, it's horrible to see. If somebody's attacking you because you work in the public eye, you're a nurse, whatever you are in the public eye, and people are in a bad place, they're gonna use you as an emotional punch bag. If you're a speaker, if you're a talker, if you share your truth and your message, if you help people as a teacher, fantastic, fantastic. Tektite has that energy to clear any fear, any worry. So you strengthen when you wear it. It's incredible. But I do say wearing Tektite, when you're trying to clear out negativity, wear it lower down is fantastic. You can still wear it midway as well on your heart if you've got issues with your heart. It clears all negative energy from the physical body. Emotional energy, it just clears it. It's incredible. Twofold with the beautiful, gorgeous, hand-picked, they're called cherry-picked. These are the highest quality of Herkimer diamonds. So you can get low grade, or you can get super high AAA grade. I get the best grade I can. And they're harder to get now. It only comes from one place. Most Herkimer diamonds are now fake. Basically, they're not fake. They are Herkimer diamonds, but they're not from the real Herkimer diamond mine, the Ace of Mines in New York. Most of them now, when you get told you're buying a Herkimer diamond, you're buying them from India. That's the truth. I'm sorry guys, but it's the truth. So I painstakingly work hard to find the best Moldavites, which now, as you all know, has become a massive challenge. So much fake and so much greed, but that's the way it is. I'm sorry, just the way it is. So if you want to buy, I've just bought some Moldavites now. I'll show you tomorrow or maybe next week. I'm working on them. Basically, I have to go to the bank manager now to buy them. It's ridiculous. So Herkimer diamond, where do you start? Clarity. I think predominantly when you're in a place of, when you're at that crossroads in life and you don't know which way to go, it gives you the strength, the clarity. It doesn't matter which road you go on because it'll take you to the same place anyway. But with this crystal, it brings a deeper trust and clarity in your life. But what makes this crystal so special is that when you couple it with another crystal, it amplifies the strength and the power of the other crystal. I don't know why, but it does it for every crystal. So if you get a Herkimer diamond and a big Herkimer and stick another piece of crystal on it, that other crystal will just explode in its own energy. It'll just become so powerful. So that's why, as a healer, as I worked with each individual crystal, and I've worked with thousands upon thousands of crystals, these three were my go-to. They were in my box of maybe 30 crystals that I worked with whenever I traveled the world, all over 30, 40 countries. I just traveled and healing people. I always brought these three crystals were always a go-to. So it made sense that one day I would find somebody who could make them. So I have 2 people now around the world who make my pendants, who mount them. And Bali, Indonesia, is where they're made. And they're made by 2 families. And they're created in such a beautiful way and mounted and stamped MB, which shows it's my crystal, and you know they're not fake. There are people now faking my crystals apparently, which is okay. It's actually, it's quite a nice feeling in the sense that it shows that people really see value in them. So yeah, they say it's a compliment, but it's not such a nice thing when somebody buys it and realizes it's a fake. So the only place you can buy a genuine Mark Bajerski crystal is on my website, and just one other place, and that is lemonhouse.com. And they have some of my most amazing crystals in the world. So there you go. They've just arrived in. On my website, there is, I think, one trio available. So right now, there's one available. These are going to be put up today. I'm going to now start to take photos and put them on the website. The smaller ones I'm going to do as best price as I can. And I'm going to do the best price I can on these as well. But please bear in mind that Moldavite's shot through the roof. Working with silver has shot through the roof. Paying staff has gone up as well. So all of these things, well, you know, when staff say, you know, I can't afford to live anymore, you've got to adapt. Even though it's the dark force of the evil hand that's doing that, you know that, right? It's all deliberate, guys. It's all deliberate. But anyway, wear one of these. What does it do? You're going to ask, what will this do? Well, I've talked about it individually, but as a trio, as a trinity, protection, 100%, cleansing, 1000%, strengthening your spiritual awareness and your psychic and healing gifts, 100%. I could keep going on and on and on, but when I tell you that this crystal, I wore this crystal for over 5 years, these three together, and they did nothing but help my spiritual path and journey to where I am today. And that's why I believe that this trio is the most powerful trio in the world if you are to walk the path of this conversation. Have a great day. Enjoy them. Link below. Enjoy your trio.